We are live once again with the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode at the Chicagoland Speedway for the Camping World 225. More Gander Outdoor Truck Series action here tonight. A doubleheader nonetheless. 225 miles around this mile-and-a-half racetrack. Yes, another mile-and-a-half on the Truck Series schedule for this season. Our driver here, of course with my name, Keegan Schneider, beans it as the career mode is starting in the 15th position here tonight after qualifying. Best qualifying effort so far this year, so progressively getting a little bit faster. And this is the fastest truck on a mile-and-a-half that they have unloaded with for their team. 100 on the engine, 95 on the aero, 95 on the suspension. Our second race tonight will be at Pocono. That will be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just enough for me to get a bite to eat here in between these two races. But hopefully you're having a lot of fun. I got home from work today and I was watching the end of Truck Series practice at Dirt Bristol. Cup Series practice is still currently going on right now. I was watching that up until the start of the stream, but we are about to get into this one here, virtual racing here tonight. Jackson Thomas, Billy Kramer, Trevor Grimes, welcome to the stream. We're going to find out who will win this regular season championship as we come closer and closer to an end. Just 5 races to go in the regular season championship chase. And again, 2 races tonight, so we'll be down to 3 here at the end of the night. Schneider comes in with a 69-point lead in the regular season championship. Nice. And regardless of the fact, with that 69-point lead going into this race, this is going to be huge for this team to have another good, solid points day, and their best qualifying effort of the year, even though it's 15th, is definitely going to help. Enough of the pre-production and everything going into this pre-race. We are going to get this race underway here tonight. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. We do these full race live streams with the realistic broadcasts every day, on top of other related NASCAR content. Brett Moffitt looks like he's going to have a fast truck tonight. So does Sheldon Creed, both searching for the first win of the year, and both starting on the front row. Creed on the pole. Moffitt starts outside pole in second.
All right, now be smart out there.
Here we go. Schneider coming in after back-to-back wins. Green flag in the air. Can he go 3 in a row for the first time this season? And maybe search for that 6th win of the year. 35 laps in stage 1. We're going to have fun around probably the best mile-and-a-half track on the schedule.
Stay on the bottom.
Patrick Chadley, welcome to the stream as well.
You're all clear up top. Got a car high now.
A win at Texas in the last mile-and-a-half for Schneider in this 99 team, and a win at Iowa last night as well.
Car there on the inside. You're all clear on the bottom there.
Sheldon Creed leads lap 1, 3 spots gained for the 99 team already. On the inside of Eckes for 11th. Rushes to the inside of Ross Chastain, trying to get there, gets a little tight. Up the track he goes, trying to get back to the bottom. Oh boy, Zane Smith just about got into the left rear of Schneider. That was a close call. Creed trying to pull away early. Moffitt's still hanging on to second up towards the front. 5 races to go in the regular season championship. As we mentioned, 3 wide further up ahead. It looks like Gilliland, Ben Rhodes in the mix. Ross Chastain all the way on the outside. Still 3 spots open for the playoffs. No practice for today's race, but we did have some qualifying. With the heat races going on tomorrow night for both the Truck and the Cup Series, I definitely want to watch that. I'm probably going to miss the Truck Series heat races because I'll be at work until 4:30 and they'll probably be done before I get home. But the Cup Series heat races I definitely want to watch no matter what. Tomorrow, that starts at 6. So as far as a full race live stream goes, I'm not entirely sure if we're going to get it in, especially with live streaming the actual truck race, and that coverage starts at 8. So really, the only chance we have to live stream another episode of the career mode tomorrow is if we go as soon as that final Cup heat race comes to an end. Then I would go live so we can get it in before the start of the truck race, but no guarantees on that. Just putting that on the 4th run. 3 wide. Riley Herbst was on the outside there for a short moment. Zane Smith 4 wide now down the backstretch. Schneider taking a very risky move into turn 3.
careful.
Underneath Zane Smith, Christian Eckes, Todd Gilliland all in the mix. And they made it through 3 and 4 with no contact. Still 3 wide on corner exit. Schneider trying to go to the apron and get away from these guys. Still can't do it. They're still 3 wide. Austin Hill in the mix as well. Sheldon Creed is pulling away early. He has had a really fast truck in the last couple races. He led a lot of laps last night at Iowa. Still 3 wide. Eckes following the line. Schneider left on the bottom. It's like Matt Crafton's trying to do the same up there. Again down to the apron, maybe trying to break a little bit of the draft down the front stretch. Seem to always have good races at Chicagoland on NASCAR Heat 5. I don't think we're going to have an exception tonight. Smith making a pass on Ben Rhodes. Leaving the 299 trucks now to battle it out for 8th. Schneider's got a big run, looks high. Side draft Rhodes a little bit there down the front stretch. Into turns 1 and 2. Not going to be able to clear him. See if he gets that run. A little bit higher exit.
Still there?
And Ben Rhodes is still there. Creed's really pulling away early. Moffitt has fallen back now to 6th place. Likely in a must-win situation in these final 5 regular season races. Still can't count them out. Kind of a sprint race. Only 60 laps at Pocono in the 2nd race today. Just 150 miles in that one. It is not going to be a long race. Track positions are really going to matter in qualifying for that one.
Stay on the bottom. All right, you're clear.
Seen a lot of different winners on the mile and a half this year, and we've seen a lot of different winners in general. Most of them have been on the mile and a half, as mentioned. Schneider's got 2 wins on mile and a half racetracks this season.
Coming inside now.
Texas and Atlanta. Sorry, 3. Texas, Atlanta, and Charlotte. His other 2 wins, short track at Iowa and a 1-mile racetrack at Dover. Schneider comes into this race, I think, as the clear championship favorite. It took a while into the season to really say that. And I don't know if he was clearly a championship favorite until probably after that 4th win at Texas and then backing it up with another win at Iowa again last night. Further solidifying himself in that spot. He does quickly get into the top 10. He's up to 7th right now. Still losing time to Sheldon Creed, lap 12. Again, these shorter stages here in the Truck Series. Creed needs all the points he can get. He is in a tight points battle with Todd Gilliland. He was only 2 points behind Gilliland coming into the night for that final spot on points. Creed running good early, and Todd Gilliland was still outside the top 10. See him back there. He's 5 trucks behind Schneider, so I believe he's 12th right now. Schneider trying to go to the outside. Got a little too tight. Scrapes the wall. Turns 3 and 4. That's going to back his time up a little bit more. And Zane Smith starts to close back in on him. Smith has had a bounce-back performance in the last 2 races as well. He's had a rough season, but much like his teammate Moffitt, likely in a must-win situation. Those guys are just a little too far back on points to catch guys like Gilliland and Creed who are in a tight battle for the points unless those 2 take a huge step back. Handling wise though for this 99. seems pretty alright with the race truck. And again, it's definitely got top 10 speed. We'll see if he's got race winning speed. Looking for as many playoff points as possible. 8 stage wins on the season and 5 race wins, giving him a grand total of 33 playoff points. Still searching for more. They can get 15 more with that regular season championship, so he can very well put himself on pace to possibly, with a couple more stage wins or even just one more race win before the playoffs, and getting over 50 playoff points. The regular season championship as well. Remember, this team does not have a road course chassis, so when they go to Canadian Tire, likely going to be really down on speed for that race in the second playoff race. So if he doesn't have a good run at Gateway, probably not going to have a good run at Canadian Tire. It'll be the first time they haven't brought a track-specific chassis to the racetrack all season, even back in the season opener, at Daytona. They had a super speedway chassis to unload even then at the beginning of the year. Come in with a momentum bonus as well, 10% speed boost, just like the last 2 races, which obviously helped him win the last 2. And again, we'll see if he can go 3 in a row. Sheldon Creed's getting really close to the lap traffic. Schneider with a run off the high side, jumps to the bottom of Stuart Friesen. Huge run continuing now for 3rd on Chastain. Will tie into turn 1. He's going to clear Chastain down to the bottom before they even got into turn 1. 99 truck is on a railroad right now, and he is just training right around these guys. Not far behind the 98 truck of Grant Enfinger, who's had some good runs this year. Only 1 win at Daytona to show for. That could be a little concerning. Captain's got 1 win this year. Hasn't been that consistent, much like Enfinger. Both Johnny Sauter and Ben Rhodes without wins. It's not as dominant as you would usually see with ThorSport trucks. And you look at GMS as well. Tyler Ankram's winless. Brett Moffitt's winless. Zane Smith's winless. Sheldon Creed is winless. 0 of the 4 GMS trucks are in position to even make the playoffs right now. Creed's got the best chance. He could still point his way in. Again, he was just 2 points behind Gilliland for that last spot of points tonight. But a lot of these, smaller teams, Channel Racing with Schneider, having 5 wins. Gus Dean got a win a few races ago at Kansas. Tanner Gray got a win at Texas earlier this season. Those are 3, I would say, underdogs when the season started that have wins. They're in the playoffs. Knocking these bigger truck teams out. Making their road for a possible championship 4 spot at Phoenix at the end of the year, more likely. Getting a little tight there for 1 and 2 again. He really lifted. He wanted to keep it off the wall that time. Keep the race truck clean. Cap 24, welcome to the stream. On the high side, right near the wall. Yeah, we've definitely got the engine power to do that. I usually run the high side. I haven't done it much with the truck series during this career mode, and a lot of it is because we're kind of down on our equipment, and there you see right there, Schneider's just a little too tight to run the high side right now. Might have to loosen it up just a hair. Scraped the wall, turns 1 and 2. It's the second time he scraped the wall already, trying to run the top. Michael Toner, welcome to the stream. Yeah, my career mode did save. Well, I put it in rest mode, so it never really turned off. I thought I put it in rest mode the day before. I guess I accidentally shut it off. So I put it in rest mode so I didn't have to worry about it today. I'll probably just keep putting it in rest mode for when I know I'm going back to the career mode at least. Saving me a little time. Man, Schneider just cannot run that high side. He wants to. I mean, he has on these mile and a halves before. You see me running time and time again on the mile and a halves outside of the career mode. He obviously cannot hold that line right now. Even very beginning of the run. It was a little easier on fresh tires, but definitely not on this long run. He's definitely closing in on Creed since Creed got to the lap traffic as well. Two lap trucks between the top two. Creed less than 2 seconds ahead. He's led every lap from the pole so far. 10 laps to go in stage one this time by.
Careful, still there.
As far as tire wear goes, these guys will make it to the end of the stage, no problem. First set of tires. A 150-lap race is scheduled for tonight for this 225-miler. And again, race 2 at Pocono is only 60 laps around that 2.5-mile triangular racetrack. 9 people watching right now. Thanks for everybody tuning in. How many of you guys have watched practice for the trucks or the Cup Series at all today? Dirt Bristol. And I was able to catch the end of truck practice and then Cup practice. I caught most of it up until the start of the stream at least. I did not catch any of the first practice because I was at work. Again, I got home like about 40 minutes left in Truck Series final practice. I'll miss the heat races for the trucks tomorrow, unfortunately, but I will see the Cup Series ones. Justin Sozio, welcome to the stream as well. A couple of you guys do. I think it's just fun watching them on the racetrack. I think it's going to be a good race. I don't think it's going to be a crapshoot like most people feared. Like me, honestly fearing earlier. Granted,
Still there.
you know, not all 40 are on the track at the same time, but they still have a lot of trucks, a lot of cars, well, and trucks on the track at the same time during practice on a half mile. It's going to be more aggressive during the race, that's for sure. Definitely taking it a little easier now. Caution's out for the first time today. Right as Schneider took the lead from Sheldon Creed, he had about a half a truck length on him at the time of the yellow. And this is going to set ourselves up for a late stage restart. Oh boy. Schneider's going to take a half round of wedge out of the race truck. That is going to be the only adjustment. This team should win the race off pit road as well. Up to 10 people watching now. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Again, like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Let's get that up to 800 subs. We're extremely close. Schneider wins the race off pit road. Sheldon Creed loses a spot. Enfinger's going to restart outside front row here. And we're going to see who's going to win stage one. Green flag back in the air. Jackson Thomas, welcome back. 5 laps to go here in stage one with this restart. Sheldon Creed's probably going to be the man to beat here tonight. Definitely in stage one, but actually Enfinger was able to pull down in front of him. And look at the launch Schneider got, getting through the gears. But we'll see if he's going to be able to hold on, loosen the truck up to maybe help him a little bit. Maybe a little too tight earlier in the run. He's going to run that bottom to be very protective. And try and block perhaps to get this playoff point. Fingers closing in. Sheldon Creed all the way to the outside. 3 laps to go in stage one this time by at the line. And fingers all over the back bumper of Schneider for the stage win. And Enfinger running really low. Schneider trying to block the bottom right now. Sheldon Creed coming on the outside. Look at the run he's going to get. Oh boy, Chastain got tight on the bottom of the track. Washes up, and here comes Creed. Fastest truck in the field so far tonight. Outside of these laps on the restart, he's led every green flag lap up until now. Schneider's still trying to hang on. 2 laps to go in stage one. Chastain looks high. This is going to get close. Schneider just trying to protect the bottom right now. On the brakes pretty heavily through 1 and 2. He's doing everything he can to just block up both lanes. Chastain looks high again. He does not want anybody to get to his corner panel inside or outside. Schneider looking for that 9th stage win of the season. Chastain going to look all the way to the outside. He's got to run side by side for the lead in the line. Chastain leads the lap. 1 more to go in stage 1. Schneider trying to side draft that left turn corner panel. Chastain staying up high, likely going to get the run. Here comes Creed to the inside. 3 wide. Sauter up high as well. 3 by 3 off turn 2 as they race back to the stripe. Half a lap to go. Sauter and Chastain. Chastain goes to the bottom to try and block. Creed is going to get to the inside of Sauter for second. And Ross Chastain wins stage 1 at Chicagoland off turn 4. Schneider falls from first to 6th in about the last lap and a half. A wild finish to stage 1 after a late race restart with just 5 to go. So Ross Chastain will get the stage win. Everybody's going to stay out. Currently right now, Trevor Grimes welcome as well. Positions Bella in practice. Yeah, I didn't get to see first practice. I know my man Blaney's at the top of the charts and final practice right now. Well, at least he was when I went live. So Ross Chastain wins stage 1 after Creed dominated the stage. He finishes second. Gander was able to hold on to that track position for a little bit, but not long enough. Green flag back in the air here in stage 2. Schneider restarting in 6th. Look at the run. Oh, man, he tried to squeeze into a hole that wasn't there as he shot right into the back of the 2. I might give Creed a run. Tries to get back down to the bottom. Barely does. Underneath Enfinger, who goes wide. 3 wide for second place off turn 4. Wild restarts here at Chicagoland. The run Schneider got off turn 4. He goes 3 wide at the bottom underneath Friesen. But he can't hold it there. He's still underneath the 98 truck. Great racing here tonight at Chicagoland early. Chastain still holding on to the lead briefly. Not a big lead either. Johnny Sauter right behind him. Drivers in the top 6. 3 of them with wins, 3 of them without wins. Chastain, who won stage 1, does not have a win this year. Creed, who dominated stage 1, does not have a win this season. Remember, if Chastain wins, that's going to put a guy like Creed and Gilliland, who are battling for points just 1 spot further back, then they're going to have to jump the guy that's ahead of them. Drove 1 or 2 a little bit. Hopefully with loosening that truck up, it doesn't hurt him on the long run. So we'll have to see with that as well. It's so fast down the straightaways. That 100 in the engine department's really helping this race team out. First time we've seen that on a mile and a half. Saw it at Iowa on a short track yesterday. Worked out to get the win. Benefit with winning 5 races, putting those race winnings towards this team. Schneider was really able to side draft Creed off turn 4. Look at how much he pulled him back despite Creed running the outside. Sauter's still trying to go after the lead, but he can't get there. Reason's just kind of waiting in the wings behind him. Sheldon's still trying to get the top side to work. She's not working for him in stage 2 like it was in stage 1. Chastain going to go to the outside, gives a lot of bottom up here for Johnny Sauter. Friesen to the top as well. And Johnny Sauter will he clear off turn 4. I don't think he's clear yet. Schneider down to the apron, taking the shortcut. Nobody else going to do that this time by at least. Sauter all clear into turn 1. Schneider to the bottom underneath of Friesen. He'll clear him. At least trying to side draft the 40. He didn't actually go all the way up and side draft Chastain that time. Ross has a run off the top. He's going to cut to the bottom. Sauter goes down to the bottom to protect for the moment. Schneider went to the middle lane, and that allows Friesen to get back underneath him. Bottom seems to be rolling at stage 2. Stage 1, it looked like the outside was the lane. Schneider couldn't really grip the outside in stage 1, though. It's a little too tight. He's definitely a little bit freer now. Feels like the truck, even on the shorter run, is faster. I mean, he was able to hold on to the lead for a few laps late in stage 1.
Still there.
Under side drafts Friesen, pulls him back side by side for the lead again between Johnny Sauter and Ross Chastain. This time it's Chastain on the bottom and Sauter's on the top.
Careful.
52 and the 99 still side by side for third. Schneider hugging that right rear corner panel of Friesen, not letting it go. Chastain leads a lap at the line. Still not quite clear of Sauter, who got the run off the top though. Ooh, a little contact between the 52 and the 99 back there for third. Allowed Friesen to hang on. Actually, Friesen still, despite the contact, gets to the inside of the 13.
Still there.
Johnny Sauter. Grant Enfinger jumping up in the picture again, and so is Sheldon Creed. The intense battling going on towards the front. It's a 6-truck race, just like it was at the end of stage 2. Schneider just gets to the outside of Friesen. He walked up the hill. They're going to be 3 wide.
Still there.
Sauter in the middle. Both the ThorSport trucks underneath Schneider, still 3 wide. Friesen has a run down the backstretch, trying to get to the inside of Chastain for the lead, but Chastain throws the block. Schneider sent it off into turn 3 to stay in front of the 98. Look at the run Schneider gets off turn 4. Beats both the leaders back to the gas. Shot out of a cannon. Side drafts Chastain. Schneider's going for the lead into turn 1. He is clear and has it. What a move. Oh, he might have overdrove 1 and 2, though. Slides back up the track. But still holds on to the lead with a pass on the high side. Well, not really the high side, but he went high to pass Chastain. More like that middle lane. Getting into turn 1. A wider entry. Ethan, welcome to the stream. Granger ever go back to a NASCAR racetrack? Talking like the sponsor Granger? Talking about like them coming back in the sport? I don't know what like the falling out was with them leaving. I'm not sure though. Running 5 laps there at the end of stage 1 on these tires. It's going to be interesting to see how it's going to last here to the end of stage 2 if this does go green. 1 caution stage 1, it was late. Yeah, the sponsor Granger. Yeah, I don't know. Greg Biffle had that paint scheme there in the early to mid 2000s. He actually had it for the Cup Series. I know they were with him. I think they were with him for Busch as well. I know it was definitely his Truck Series sponsor with another championship in the early 2000s. I think they stuck around with Roush Fenway even without Biffle in the Busch Series. I think whoever was riding the 60 car, even Edwards there for a little bit as well. Granger would be on the car for that every now and then. So yeah, I don't know. They had some decent paint schemes. Some of them were really ugly and some of them were really good, I thought. Don't really hear too much about that brand in general, even outside the sport of NASCAR. Sponsors come and go, though. Creed trying to fight back. He's up to 3rd. Might have went the wrong way with an adjustment during those pit stops at the end of stage 1. Or right before the end of the stage with that first caution. Again, nobody pitted at the stage break itself with everybody pitting there. And Creed All clear off turn 4, back to second, passing Swift Reason. Schneider's got his largest lead of the day by far, 4 seconds. Outside of the 3 laps he led under green in stage 1. He's already led more laps than that here in stage 2, and we're only 16 laps into this stage. How many laps are in stage 1 and 2? 35 laps in each of the first 2 stages. And that leads for an 80-lap final stage tonight at Chicagoland. And then again, we're running Pocono at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for this Truck Series career mode as well. Schneider seems to have went the right way with their adjustment. The truck is handling a little bit better. It's on the loose side, but loose fast if you can hang on to it, and that's definitely the case. They've got the engine power tonight. And obviously a solid run early for this 99 team as they are looking to get that 6th win of the season. I mean, this is like William Byron levels of good as far as Byron's rookie season in the Truck Series. Remember, he did not win the championship that year. He actually didn't even make the championship 4. That was the inaugural year that the Truck and Xfinity Series had the playoffs back in 2016. Byron won 6 races, 5 in the regular season. Schneider's won 5 so far. Difference is this is a cell phone race team versus having the Hendrick backing.
Still there. Looking inside now. All clear.
7-second lead over Sheldon Creed. Still a pretty tight battle between Creed and Friesen. Enfinger Chastain not far behind him. Cap saying to split the stage in about half, maybe a little less than half. Final stage at least. We could do that.
Still there.
It's all going to depend on when the cautions might fly in the final stage too. We'll have to wait and see. We've only had 1 up to this point. It seems like the way the season's gone, it's tough to tell if there's any trends really. It seems like every now and then we'll get a race that goes like 1 or 2 cautions the whole way for incident, and then we have some races that are like 4 or 5 cautions. We haven't had more than 5 cautions in a race all season. Which granted, the truck races are shorter, so I guess that's understandable. But a lot of clean racing this year out of the Truck Series. Still 12 laps to go in this stage.
Still there. You're clear all around there.
We had 8 laps to go in stage 1 when we got the yellow, restarting with 5 to go. So again, we'll just have to wait and see if this goes green to the end of this one.
Stay on the bottom here.
If we do get a caution before the end of the stage, we'll likely see pit stops just like he did at the end of stage 1, and then everybody stay out again at the beginning of the final stage, I would have to imagine. Friesen back up to 2nd place, by the way. That last lap on Sheldon Creed. Chastain just passed Enfinger for 4th as well. Claw himself back closer to the front, putting himself in a possible position if we did get a caution.
Keep digging. 10 to go.
To have a shot maybe to sweep the stages here tonight. Chastain does have 2 stage wins on the season leading up to tonight, so he's got 3 stage wins total, just no wins to show for it. Locking himself into the playoffs so he can use those playoff points.
All right, you're clear.
Again, he's been strong. He's qualified on the pole 3 times this year as well. Just hasn't gotten that win yet. Yannick Sauter's got a couple poles himself. He's back up to 5th. He just got around his teammate Enfinger. He's still in the hunt tonight as well. Anything can happen. This team is trying to save money. And say when you got a shot at the championship, you put all your money in one bag and you make sure you win that championship. But Schneider's team's kind of playing it a little conservative, or at least thinking about it very strongly. Because again, if they win the championship this year, they're hopping right to Xfinity next season. They're going to want money to start up that team and be somewhat competitive out of the gate like they were with the Truck Series. They're not going to have that $1.4 million bonus like they did for this season.
You got room. You're clear.
Unless they can build up that much money here by the end of this year with all the race winnings and sponsor income, merchandise. It's nice that they're growing that fan base as well, but growing their fan base more and more by winning races, which means they're also getting more race winnings.
Careful, still there.
And a better chance at getting the sponsorship bonuses their sponsors have to offer as well. Hooters has been on the truck all season. They had the same paint scheme all year, by the way. Going to change the paint scheme up before the start of the playoffs. So once the playoffs start, I'll have a different paint scheme to the end of the year.
Clear all around there. You got room. You're clear there.
Great flight. 2 hours, 30 minutes. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be too long of a flight. I wonder how much drive time that would have been. Massachusetts to Bristol. I've never been up in the... As far northeast as I've been is Watkins Glen for the Cup race a couple years ago. It was upstate New York. I guess that's pretty far, but not quite as far as Massachusetts.
Five to go.
Hour and 30 minutes. Oh, that's not long at all.
You're gonna blow tires, dude.
Right front's down to 15%. It should make it though. 4 laps to go on the stage this time by.
Alright, you're clear there.
Going to a small race this weekend. Local race. Yeah, I'd like to get to a couple local sprint car races this season, especially at the World of Outlaws. Well, yeah, like, I think that'd be pretty cool when the World of Outlaws go to Attica. I don't know if they're going to Fremont or not this year, which would be only like 20 minutes from my house, but Attica's like 50 minutes. It'd be cool to go to those races for some vlogs. One night shows. I'd have to go straight from work though, because I'm likely to be on a Saturday or a Friday. Preferably the Saturday night races. I don't know, it might be middle of the week because of the way the World of Outlaws work. Might be able to catch a race on like a Wednesday night and I'd have to work Thursday. That'd actually be more beneficial. But yeah, I'm going to have some fun, man. We're going to have a lot of race vlogs this season, that's for sure. Fortunately, we haven't had any yet, but that only means we're going to so many races, it's just compacted in the like final 2/3 of the season. It's gonna be a lot of fun traveling. Total. Want to pit now? Get track? No, we're getting this playoff point. We know we're in the playoffs. We're getting all the points we can. Trying to finish 6th in stage 1. Trying to get all the regular season points as well and clinch that regular season championship as soon as possible. Maybe Michigan if we clinch early. I might consider something like that, but we're not going to do it. Pit road is closed right now as well. Once they hit 2 laps to go, the stage pit road closes. Final lap of stage number 2. Gander's going to get that 9th stage win of the season. And he has put a lot of trucks a lap down. Only 7 trucks on the lead lap now. It's Ty Gilliland in 8th. Just got lapped off turn 2. We should get the free pass though. At the stage break, Stuart Friesen about a second ahead of Sheldon Creed for 2nd. Off turn 4. Schneider dominates stage 2. Great start to the race for that 99 team. 6th place in stage 1, progressing forward in stage 2 with the stage win. Their 9th stage win of the season. 39 playoff points total. Or sorry, 34 playoff points total. 39 if you can get the win though. So everybody's going to come to pit road during the stage break. That, our pit crew is likely going to win the race off pit road, so it would have been foolish to short pit and give up points when we've got 100 overall pit crew, we should win the race. Even with 2 seconds of damage. No adjustments this time. They made the right adjustment there on the first pit stop. 2 sets of tires will be on tap for the final stage. Again, 80 laps in stage 3 tonight. Todd Gilliland again gets the free pass in 8th. Moffitt, who's been in the top 10 all night though, will restart a lap down. Top 6 are definitely the guys to beat here. They seem all clumped together on the restart, and I'm sure that's going to happen again right now. Gander will lead the field to the green. 77 laps to go at Chicagoland. Green flag back in the air. Gander gets such a launch through the gears, especially in that bottom lane on the racetrack. And look at that. He gets out to about a 6-7 truck length lead there off turn 2. It takes him a couple laps for them to reel him back in. Look at them fanning out 3 and 4 wide. Well, not quite 4 wide yet. They're 3 by 3 off turn 4 through the middle of the pack. Ross Chastain with a great restart, getting up to 2nd place. Friesen dropping back, trying to work the outside. Sheldon Creed trying to pick up where he was back at stage 1. Maybe they made an adjustment to move the setup back to the way it was earlier. Well, whatever they had for stage 2 just didn't seem to work as well. Remember, he had about a 6-second lead at one point in stage 1.
That's the halfway mark.
Halfway total in the race. 75 laps to go. And here comes Chastain. Creed right behind him under the top. Still 3 wide off the exit of the corner. Schneider going down to the apron there, trying to do what he can to break whatever draft Chastain was going to have. Ross Chastain trying to go all the way to the outside. Schneider pulls up, trying to block him. There's contact. He puts the 40 truck in the wall. Back, Chastain falls. I'm sure Ross did not like that at all. That was a bad block. That was probably the worst block I think we've seen in the 99 pole all season. It's been pretty clean racing all year. That was about as aggressive as we've seen him. And Sheldon Creed, with the loss of momentum by the 99 truck, gets to his outside, takes the lead. Schneider still staying in front of Crafton for 2nd. Brett Moffitt, who's a lap down. First truck a lap down right now. He's trying to get back in it. He races way back to the lead lap. Creed definitely getting that top side to work again like he did back in stage 1. Schneider overruns the bottom through 3 and 4. Saw a lack of grip. Here comes Crafton again. Crafton didn't get off the corner as well as I thought. 3 wide getting into turn 1. He about made contact with Moffitt on the high side. They're still 3 wide off turn 2. It's getting tight. Oh, man. Chastain, I thought it was going to take it 4 wide there for a second. He still might. Oh, Enfinger shuts the door. Schneider over that middle upper lane. Not the way to go there. 3 wide for 2nd place now off turn 4.
Got one down low now. Looking inside now.
Sheldon Creed checking out.
Careful, still there.
Ooh, Chastain pulled up and blocked the 99, kind of like Schneider blocked him earlier. There was no contact, but there very well could have been.
Careful, still there.
Schneider definitely checked up to keep them from having contact.
Looking inside now.
Rear tires just aren't quite biting as well now that he's back in traffic.
Careful, still there.
3 wide for second place again. Chastain underneath both the 88 and the 98. Schneider down to the apron, 3 wide himself, further back. Look at the run. Somehow gets to the inside of Johnny Sauter. Remember, Moffitt's not for position up here.
Still there.
Look at these guys scattering for positions all over the place.
Stay on the bottom.
We've seen a lot of great racing so far tonight. Sauter got a little loose off turn 4. The rear of his truck started sliding out. 99 had a lot more grip up the middle. 3 wide between the Thor Sport trucks of Enfinger and Crafton. That didn't work. Here comes Sauter down to the bottom. More like the middle underneath Schneider. Friesen was all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Schneider gets the run up the high side, though, and shoots right back underneath the 52 and the 88 again. Sauter moves the 99 up out of the way, causing Schneider to have to lift to keep it off of Crafton. How about an aggressive move? Sauter definitely had one there. Schneider trying to back up turns 1 and 2. Looking to beat everybody back to the gas. Slide job on the 88 of Crafton. Oh, slight contact, wasn't clear. Think Brothers, welcome to the stream. Schneider overdrove 3 and 4. Sauter didn't give him a lot of room, that's for sure. They're side drafting each other aggressively here. You can tell it's the final stage. You can tell it's late in the regular season. These guys that are winless up towards the front, like Sauter, Chastain, Creed, they're all getting restless. Even Moffitt, who's trying to get back in the lead lap. Sauter again to the bottom, 3 wide. Just keeps crossing back over on the 99. That got tight. Sauter blocks the 99 truck.
You got room. You're clear.
Playing NASCAR 09 on the PlayStation 2. Nice. Yeah, I don't have NASCAR 09. Never played it, actually. Schneider cut all the way to the apron to get around Sauter that time. Down the front stretch.
Stay high up here.
Friesen to the bottom. Enfinger's on the high side near the wall. Schneider ran the top too, not as high as Enfinger did. And look at the run though. Schneider gets down the straightaways by running the top. That's why you run the top. You give it up in the corners. Get the run down the straightaways. Look at Friesen with the slide up the track. Is he going to clear the 98? Nope, not quite. 3 wide at the bottom though. Schneider got off the corner even better for second place. Now he slides up in front of the 52. Is he going to get ahead of the 99 off turn 4 as well? Yes, he does. 2 for 1 special. Schneider up to second. 2 seconds off the lead from Sheldon Creed with 63 laps to go. The Gander Outdoor Truck Series at Chicagoland for the Camping World 225. Driving this Dale Jr. 88 car. Motorsport. Creed back to the top now. He sees the 99 has gotten a second and is closing in on him, but at that point in the run where Schneider really starts to take over again. Alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in the race today. Oh man, I thought Schneider was going to get in the wall there for a second. That truck was pushing tight, but he stayed in the gas. Definitely took his breath away. Digging. Caution. It might have been for Todd Gillen. He's not coming to pit road. Free pass goes to Brett Moffitt, and he looked fast there on that restart, so don't count Moffitt out of it. He'll have to restart the rear of the field on this restart. A lot of the lead lap trucks are going to pit. Schneider's going to pit too. He's got 2 sets of tires left, so the strategy of trying to split this thing in half is going to go away. With everybody pitting on the lead lap right now, and he's got to stay with him. Otherwise, he's just going to get blown out. Creed was looking fast there. Led almost every lap after the restart. Once he got out in front, he never looked away and pulled away. So Gillen does stay out. He wasn't the cause of the caution. He'll be on old tires for the restart. Everybody's still outside the fuel window who pitted under the yellow. A lot of lap cars stayed out trying to get the wave around, but that didn't work with Gillen staying out of the pits. Green flag back in the air here at Chicago. 58 laps to go. Schneider won the race off pit road. That's going to allow him to be the first truck on fresher tires. Sheldon Creed trying to push the 38 truck, trying to get that momentum up. Schneider all the way to the top, 3 wide for the lead off turn 2. Schneider got the run off the high side though and gets to the lead. Creed to second on the bottom. Here comes Friesen ripping the outside. Boy, Gillen's going straight backwards. Creed to the bottom now underneath the 99. Schneider got a little loose off turn 4. Oh, a little contact to the line. More contact down with Sauter. Sauter sideways. And still hangs on to the race truck for second. Aggressive restarts as we get later and later into the race. Sheldon Creed, less than a lap, went from third to first. And he might be checking out again. Our second caution for incident today, by the way. First of the final stage. Schneider's sliding around everywhere. Friesen's going to get under him and get around him for 7th. 6th, rather, dropping the 99 truck back to 7th. Very interested on why Todd Gillen stayed out of the pits there with everybody else in the lead lap pitting. He was the last truck in the lead lap, so maybe he was hoping track position would matter, but 20 lap fresher tires is going to be the advantage on any racetrack. There's multiple grooves here at Chicagoland, so it's not like it matters on this mile and a half compared to, say, Texas or even Kentucky. Track should be at tomorrow. Well, we're racing at Kentucky if we can get a race in, so race Kentucky. Well, no, wait a minute. NASCAR 09? Yeah, it wouldn't have been around then. Not for the Cup Series. Yeah, race whatever you want to race. I don't know. Whatever track is your favorite. Go for that one. Creed's not pulling away quite as much as what he was earlier. A couple trucks right behind him are sticking right with him. Chastain's starting to fall back a little bit, but Grant Enfinger's still right up there battling for the lead himself. Guess we kind of saw that on the initial start as well. And Chastain was kind of hanging in there with Creed at the very beginning of the day, so was Moffitt, but so long Creed just started pulling away, and you've seen that now, and Enfinger tries to move to the top to get a run down the straightaways, trying a different line, Sheldon Creed's just so strong when he gets out in the lead.
Stay on the bottom.
He didn't lead at all in stage 2, which is probably why he didn't look as strong back in traffic. But
Got one up top.
these guys are definitely going to have to hold him back.
Stay low, stay low.
Creed might get his first win of the season tonight.
You got room, you're clear there.
Well, Bristol's my favorite track. The racing there this weekend on the dirt. We should go to Bristol. If I had to decide. How much these trucks, now granted these are the fastest trucks in the field anyway, but they got fresh tires versus everybody else on old tires. Look at where everybody else is running on that track map on the lower left hand corner of the screen. They're just pulling away from those guys. They're spaced apart as we've seen one of these restarts even after a couple laps all day long. Quite as bunched
You got
together.
room, you're clear.
One more than 100. I don't even know what that is. 2009, I mean, that could have been like any race. I'm guessing that's a truck or what at the time, Nationwide Series race. They're starting to cut back into this deficit on Creed. Just got back into the top 5 passing Kraft in about a lap and a half ago. A lot of these guys up at the front running the top. Creed actually just moved back down to the bottom. He was on the top though.
Stay on the bottom here.
Still not pulling away as much as what we saw earlier. Fuel windows open now to make it to the end of the race.
All right, you're clear.
These guys just pitting not long ago. I don't think they're willing to pit right now.
Careful, still there.
Gander to third, getting around Chastain through turns 3 and 4. Still 2 seconds off the lead from Creed, but he is coming closer and closer. Captain's still running the top. Sorry, Edfinger. Captain's back there in 6th on the bottom still. Tim Irvin, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I did watch practice. I didn't watch all of the practices. I had to work. I work on Fridays, so I missed first practice for both the trucks and the Cup Series. I watched the last 40 minutes of truck practice by the time I got home, and then I didn't go golfing today. Mainly because it was too windy and cold. But anyway, yeah, last 40 minutes of truck practice I was able to watch, and I watched about the first 40 minutes of Cup practice before we started this.
Still there.
Just good to watch practice again. For sure. Blast from the past, and then just seeing those guys on the track itself. I mean, it looks like the track's holding up, at least so far, pretty good. All the racing they've had. I mean, look at that swarm of traffic that Creed is about to get into.
Careful, still there.
He already passed Tanner Gray and Rafael Sarge. Schneider just got around Enfinger half a lap ago for second. He might get to Creed before they get to the lap trucks, which is what he's hoping for, because there's a lot of them up here. They're all on old tires, so they're going to be flying through this field. Creed back to the outside. Schneider went to the middle through 3 and 4. Creed back to the top. Schneider into the middle. Lap truck to the inside of Greenfield. That got a little tight off turn 2, and they're side by side down the back. Schneider still got the run and clears Creed. Didn't roll off the tongue very well.
Hold your line, driver.
Oh, man.
Hold your line, man. 3 wide.
3 wide up the middle, trying to get away from Creed. Splitting Eckes and Harmon. Creed held up by Eckes on the bottom as well as Angela Ruck. He's fading. Schneider back out in front. Trying to pull away as Creed struggles in the lap traffic, costing him the lead. 40 laps to go at Chicagoland. 1 set of pit stops still remain. We're halfway through the final stage.
Still there. You got room. You're clear.
Still a lot of lap traffic to deal with.
Still there inside.
Still another race left as well here tonight as we go to Pocono again at the top of the hour. First and only trip to Pocono for the Truck Series this season. Once again, on the career mode.
All right, clear outside.
Only 2 cautions total today. We've seen a lot of aggressive racing, especially on the restarts. Let's see if we get another one.
All right, clear outside. All right, clear outside.
Yeah, Pocono's definitely a tricky track too. A lot of the NASCAR video games, so if you can run well at Pocono, typically pretty solid. We'll qualify again for that race, but we won't practice. We've been qualifying a lot here in the second half of the year, and I think that's really helped this 99 team having a little bit better track position. Yes, he's qualifying mid-pack. It's better than starting at the back. He's able to actually have a decent chance to win the stages. The only track he actually won a stage at starting at the back was Atlanta and Charlotte, where he was able to win the first stage in both of those races despite starting at the rear. But outside of that, he really had no other chance at any of the other racetracks. In Charlotte, he barely got it. Didn't get to the lead until a couple laps to go on the stage. In Atlanta, he only got there because of a caution. Kind of helped punch the field back up over that stage.
Stay high, stay high. All clear.
Schneider pulling away though since he's gotten out in front. Creed's still struggling in the lap traffic. He's still in second place, but 7 seconds off the lead. And Enfinger is less than a second behind him now in third. Creed's not good on the short runs though. We get another caution. Again, I think Creed's going to be the guy to beat. If it runs Creed to the end, that might be all she wrote. Schneider might be able to ride off into the sunset. Still a long ways to go though from deciding the winner, even though we'll have 34 laps left this time by. Yeah, I guess the second closest track on the schedule still for the Cup Series would be Indianapolis for me. It's about 4 hours drive time. On the road course.
Clear outside.
Sucks that Kentucky and Chicagoland aren't on the schedule anymore because Chicagoland was 4 hours as well. Kentucky was about 3.5 hours. So I mean, they had 4 tracks within 4 hours of me. Not anymore. Now we got 2, and they took one of the Michigan dates away. So really only have 2 races I can go to that are within 4 hours now. 16 hours from Chicago. Man. Yeah, you're pretty far northeast. Todd Gilliland will get the free pass. Our third caution of the race is out with 33 laps to go. We're going to rack them and stack them again. Final set of tires going on the race truck for this 99 team. Now he's really going to have to bank on there not being another caution. I think there's enough laps left, though, for him to get a long run and get to the end as long as we don't have caution after caution after caution. Which we do seem to have here in these NASCAR races.
All right, be smart out there. Going green. Almost ready.
Green flag back in the air. Schneider wins the race off pit road. Sheldon Creed restarts second. Watch how quickly this 99 truck gets through the gears as he has all day, especially from that leading position. Drove it in really deep there in the turn one, maybe a little too deep, but still got off very well. How about Blaney being fastest in practice? Hey, I mean, I don't know how much dirt racing he's got in his background, but his family roots are all dirt racing. I mean, that's how I became a Ryan Blaney fan. I watched his uncle, Dale Blaney, race sprint cars locally. Dave very rarely, because he was running the World of Outlaws if he was running dirt usually, so they would only stop, close by a couple times a year. Eldora obviously being one of them, but I've never been to Eldora outside of the truck race a couple years ago. But yeah, anyway, family ties, have some dirt racing. I'm sure that's going to come into play. I think he can compete for a top 10. I was actually surprised he was fastest in practice. But you got to look at lap averages when it comes to practices instead of just a one single lap time. So as far as the main race on Sunday, and Kyle Larson has the fastest 10 lap average, 15 and 20 lap average. So Larson's still going to be the guy to beat. But yeah, Dale Blaney was my favorite sprint car driver locally growing up, so that's why I'm a Ryan Blaney fan. Battle for the lead with less than 30 laps to go after the restart. Chastain to the outside. He's been so close to winning so many times this year. Can he get the run? 27 to go. Schneider's right there. Oh, they almost made contact. Chastain with an aggressive side draft, pulling him back. Creed to the top, trying to follow the 40 truck. He's fast if he can get out in front. Sauter riding right behind him. Creed pulls out of line to the bottom. Trying to beat Chastain to the inside and does. Creed slides up the track. He's trying to side draft the 40 truck, and I think he will get to the lead. 3 wide further back between Moffitt, Crafton, and Enfinger, with Sheldon Creed with 26 to go. Leads. He led late at Iowa, finished second last night. Sorry, actually finished 6th. He was running second until that overtime finish, and he lost 5 spots, so he's looking for a little redemption.
Got a Carlo now.
A clutch win late in the regular season when he's not locked into the playoffs yet. Look at Friesen hanging that high side, keeping it off the wall. Schneider did a great job keeping it off of him. Enfinger, Moffitt side by side for 4th. Sauter still trying to get around Chastain for 2nd. Looks low off turn 2. Enfinger clears Moffitt. Not for position though. Brett's a lap down again. Oh, the 99 tags the 23. What a save and way to keep your foot in it there by Brett Moffitt. How'd he do that? He was completely sideways, and he still pulled the 99 truck. Schneider pulls him right back.
Stay high up there.
Looks to the outside of Moffitt into turns 3 and 4. Trying to hang on that right rear corner panel. Not going to do it. Enfinger, Sauter, side by side, not anymore. Enfinger to 3rd. Sauter drops back a spot. Schneider can't get to the inside. Moffitt's holding him up right now. But Moffitt's trying to get back on the lead lap. He's also the first truck to lap down, so he doesn't want the 10th place truck catching him in case we do get another caution. Side drafts the 99 right back. Schneider going to go up the track, side draft him. Look at the pole back and forth.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear.
Finally clears the 23. Enfinger for 2nd place to the inside of Chastain. back again, Jackson.
Stay low.
Gander pulls back Sauter. Just got to his inside off turn 4. Oh, little block. He made an aggressive block earlier today on Chastain, and he did on Sauter that time. Wasn't fully clear.
Stay low. Still there? All right, you're clear. 20 more laps.
20 laps to go. Up to third. His truck came to him a lot quicker on this run than what it has earlier in this race. Trying to go to the top. I guess now's the time to try it back out again. Less than 20 laps to go. Handling-wise, the 99 is able to hold the top this time. He wasn't able to earlier, but he's not really gaining ground on Sheldon Creed and Enfinger like he wants to, but he is kind of staying in front of Chastain, getting the run down the straightaways. Jonathan Rogers, welcome to the stream. What's better, Chicagoland or Dover? Oh, Chicagoland. For sure. Dover's a fun track. Chicagoland puts on better racing, especially with the current age of the racetrack at Chicagoland. Chicagoland was the best mile and a half when it was on the schedule. Now it's kind of Homestead. Homestead or Kansas, but I lean on Homestead. Chicagoland's not on the schedule. Enfinger trying to find extra speed as Creed's pulling away. He goes to the high side too. 15 laps to go at the line. Sheldon Creed get that first win of the season. He's running the bottom, but he's having success with it. It ain't broke, don't fix it. Schneider's about to do the same because the outside's just not working for him. It hasn't really up to this point today, and now he brushes the wall in turns 3 and 4. That makes it a little worse for him. We only have 14 to go. He's going to have to go back down to the bottom. He's 3 seconds off the lead right now. Sheldon Creed going to go to the high side late in the race. Enfinger moved back down to the bottom. A lap to go. Schneider will this lap. Do I know how to create a YouTube channel? Well, considering the fact I have one, I would say yes. Well, you already have your channel, because, I mean, you're able to chat, so you have an account. It's just a matter of uploading videos. So when you hit share, instead of, like, if you were to, like, send a video to somebody, when you hit share, there should be an option for YouTube, and it'll upload it right to your account. Like if everything's synced in with Google, then it'll upload with Google, or you can upload using Facebook, whatever you end up uploading from your gallery. Caution is going to wave. Trouble in turn 2. Truck in the outside wall. It looks like Joe Nemechek in the 87. With 12 laps to go, we get our 4th caution of the race. Eldora University. Why'd you say university? It's not a college. Nine laps to go on this next restart. We've seen the restarts get crazy so far, and Sheldon Creed has the lead. Schneider has a better chance here.
Coming to the green.
He's about 2.5 seconds back. It was going to be interesting to see if he was going to catch him to the end, but Creed was holding his own. Here's the restart. Schneider on the high side hasn't worked for him up here so far here today. Creed's definitely got the advantage on the bottom. They are dead even. Off turn 2. Schneider going to try to get the run on the high side. Creed probably going to side draft him. Schneider up near the wall. Creed on the bottom.
Got a Carlo now.
Schneider gets the run down the front stretch clear. From the outside lane, he gets to the lead. 8 laps to go. He'll give Creed the bottom, but Schneider's going to have the straightaway speed with running the top. Creed might have to change his line. Schneider's just got to keep it off the wall running up here. This lane should work now, especially with the clean air. As long as the 2 truck doesn't get to that left rear corner panel, it's able to side draft him off the exit of the corner, but I don't think he's going to be able to, and everybody restarting on older tires is only going to help the 99 as well, knowing he's got the faster long run truck. How about another win on a 1.5 miles if Schneider can hang on? It'd be 3 wins in a row for this team. It means they'll easily keep that momentum boost going into Pocono here tonight. What a race. It's been a good one so far. Interesting to see what that 60-lapper in Pocono will do tonight as well. Creed's going to need another chance on another restart. I don't think he's got anything for him right now. Schneider's been so good on the restarts all day. Not so much from the outside, but outside front row that time in second, it definitely worked out for him. Still running the bottom. And fingers up on the high side, battling Stuart Friesen for third back there with 4 to go. Both those two in the playoffs, but looking for every point they can. Remember, the top 10 in the regular season points do get playoff points if you do make it to the postseason. 15 for winning the regular season championship, then 9 for second, 8 for third, all the way back to 1 for 10th, kind of like the stages. Only instead of 10 for the regular season championship, it's 15. Making it that much more to win the regular season championship, more meaningful. Getting those playoff points. Up to a 2-second lead now. Schneider's just hoping for that white flag now. Then we've had 2 overtime finishes this year, and the last one was last night at Iowa. 2 more laps. That adjustment was definitely the right way to go there during that caution. Late in stage 1. Haven't had to adjust on the race truck since. He wasn't even able to run the outside. Now he is. Truck being a little bit more free. He's taking that half around the wedge out. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go at Chicagoland. Schneider's just going to move down to the bottom now. He's got over a 3-second lead. No need to risk it up near the wall. He's at the white flag. He can take his time on this final lap. Three wins in a row, 6 on the season. In the first 12 races of the year, 4 races left until the playoffs. Checkered flag in the air. Schneider wins at Chicagoland. And another victory celebration. 6 playoff points in this race alone with the win and 1 stage win. Finished 6th in the opening stage, giving him 55 points for the race. Pulling away a little bit more with the regular season championship lead. That engine burns out pretty quickly in the victory celebration. I can't even get up the banking. Engine is toast. Can't even bring my checkered flag home. All right. Schneider with the win. Sheldon Creed second. Grant Enfinger third. Stuart Friesen fourth. Ross Chastain, the stage 1 winner, rounds out the top 5. Johnny Sauter 6. Matt Crafton 7. Ty Gillen 8. Brett Moffitt 9th. John Hunter Nemechek rounds out the top 10. 9 trucks finished on the lead lap today. 4 cautions total for incidents. And only 1 truck DNF. That was Joe Nemechek. Late in this race, he brought out the last caution. More money on the way. It made me think of that CashNet USA commercial. Right when I said that. More money on the way with CashNet USA. Alright, anyway. I don't even know if that's a local advertisement or if you guys might not even know what I'm talking about. Anyway, there's a look at the point standings. Growing that lead over a 1 race points lead here for Schneider. Ross Chastain moves up to 2nd in points, passing Johnny Sauter. Friesen still back in 4th. So Chastain's still looking good on points currently. Johnny Sauter still looking good on points as well. Again, both those guys are winless. It's showing 1 win. They have no wins this year. Sheldon Creed is the last driver in on points, moving ahead of Gillen today. Gillen had a good day, but not as good of a day as Creed. So Creed's got the last spot on points over Todd Gillen by 16 right now. And then there's a big gap back to Austin Hill and Brett Moffitt, who, again, are probably going to need wins to get into the next round. A couple of defending champs there in danger of missing out on the playoffs. Only 3 spots still open with 7 different winners. All right. See who led the most laps today. I think I did, but I'm not. Oh, Sheldon Creed did. Okay. Yeah, Creed led over half the race. Again, he had a fast truck. 76 laps led. We've only led the most laps in 2 races this season, so. Even though we've got 6 wins, I mean, outside of those 2 races, we haven't dominated. Like, Atlanta was our most dominant race, but man, won't need the road course chassis at this rate. Yeah, I really just don't think we should spend the money. We'll take a look at the shop here before we get out of the stream, as we usually do, but yeah, it's too risky because it's $570,000. That's $570,000 we could use towards our Xfinity team. I don't even know how much it is to start the Xfinity Series team. If it takes money to start it, I can't remember. I would imagine it does. $79, $77, $77. Someone better call. Yeah, every time I keep this hot streak alive, they keep saying the same thing. It's always somebody different. I think Friesen said it once. Greenfield said it once. That might have been the second time Ankrum said it, but Ankrum said it. All right, 4 races to go in the regular season. Still 3 spots open for the playoffs on wins. Remember, it was what we had 8 races left in the playoffs. 7 races left in the playoffs with still only 3 open spots, and now with 4 races left, it's still only 3. Schneider's gotten a lot of wins. Or no, it would have been 6 technically because we had 3 wins in a row now. All right. So going to get the Speedway chassis up and rolling. We won't... Actually, this is going to be our Kentucky chassis. So by the time we get to Kentucky, it's going to be a 99. So not going to be quite at 100 when we get to the Kentucky Speedway. Hopefully tomorrow night. Xfinity hot seat at Iowa. Yeah, I'm not going to take any hot seat offers if I get them because we're going to be owning our own team anyway. I could get extra money with it, but I don't feel like running the extra full race that I don't need to. Brought your PC to Bristol. Short track. Get this chassis up and going. That was the one we used at Iowa, I believe. Still got this other short track chassis just sitting here. We haven't used it at all yet this year. Well, we have the back-to-back short tracks at the end of the year. Martinsville to finish out the round of 8 and then the championship 4 at Phoenix. So, I mean, we will have to use that chassis at some point. So, I guess it's a good thing we have it all set, ready to go for when the time comes. But, yeah, at Pocono, we're going to have 100, 95, and 95. So, we'll be good to go there. As far as... I don't know if I want to upgrade the aero and the suspension. Maybe not both. I can upgrade the aero likely after Pocono, unless we have an abysmal race and we can't get it. But honestly, I mean, the truck's got speed. And we did win on a short track at Iowa, so I mean, we've got speed in general if we just have the right setup. That's going to be the big thing, is like when we get to Phoenix and Martinsville, I think Martinsville is going to be a true test of whether or not we should upgrade to on the aero. We'll know by then how much money we'll have for next season too. Like right now, we're still too far out. We're only about a little past halfway through the season entirely. Or actually, we're a little past one race past halfway entirely through the season. So we still got a little less than half the year to go. We don't know exactly how much money we're going to have going into the Xfinity Series next year if we win the Truck Series Championship this year. Remember, $290,000 to start an Xfinity team. All right, so we need at least $290. Obviously, the more the better, so we can actually hire some people and get all that going. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely going to be interesting for sure. Again, the more money, the better. If we can get closer to that $1 million marker, that's only going to help our Xfinity program from the start. Because again, we have to be in the top 20 if we get a win. Versus Cup Series is top 30. And obviously for the Cup Series too, the better we start off Xfinity and we can win a championship, year one, hopefully we can have enough money year one in the Cup to actually run somewhat competitive. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up. No other further adjustments. Again, it's just, at this point for the Truck Series, simply bringing what we've got to the racetrack and hoping it's enough. Again, Kentucky will be at a 99 on the engine, so it'll be down 1. But Pocono in the next race here tonight, we'll have it maxed up. So I'll see you guys in about 20 to 25 minutes, probably closer to 25 minutes. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe as usual for more daily NASCAR content. Very close to 800 subs still. So tell your friends, tell your family to subscribe if they haven't already. Again, we are very close. We can easily get there. I think we will get there by tomorrow night during the Bristol truck race. I have a feeling that we will definitely get there at least by then. But if we can get there sooner, even better. Again, Pocono will be at the top of the hour. Thanks for everybody watching, and I will see you guys soon.